course has like far exceeded my expectations. I've done other courses in the past that were not as thorough as this. I think even though we were repeating stuff a lot, like this is what I really liked, is like to take the time to make sure that something is perfect and not rush through everything. It really, I mean, it was tough. It really pushed me to my limits. I'm so glad I pushed through it, and the amount of information, the amount of support, the resources, everything's been like far beyond what I expected to get out of it. My name is Eliza. I'm from England originally, but I live in Berlin, and I teach group HIIT classes and group boxing / HIIT classes. I wanted to become certified as a personal trainer. I think I want to work more one-on-one with people. I really want to be able to have the knowledge to pass on to people that they can really improve their quality of life, really. And yeah, I mean, I love the group classes, but it's also like exhausting doing this full time. So I wanted to do something where I can still have an impact, but it's like a little bit more one-on-one and not so much big energy needed for it. I chose EPT. Actually, I had a little look online. I knew that I didn't want to do it in England. I'd done some courses in England before, and I guess I wanted to meet more people who are a bit more international, a bit more working around Europe, and a few people that I was already working with had already done the course, and some people that I wasn't working with, but I kind of, also in Berlin, but that I would look up to and be like, okay, maybe one day I can kind of be up there where they're at. And yeah, I saw that they had done this course, and so it all kind of fell into place that this was the direction to go. The online studying, I think, was really thorough. Like, there was so many resources, and really it was broken down so much, so if anything was unclear, there was always someone on email to speak to about it. But actually, I don't think until submitting this coursework, I don't think I needed any support, because it was all super clear and the information was so thorough. And the fact that we can now keep that, it's not just like, okay, you do the coursework and that's it and it's gone, but now you have that kind of for life. This is like a huge resource. Like, I think the online learning was very thorough. There's circuits. Me and Caroline went back and forth on that a little bit, which was really helpful, and there was a lot of reasoning behind like why to change certain things, things that I probably wouldn't have thought about before. The practical course has been super intense. It was a little bit survival of the fittest, but it was really enjoyable, super thorough, and like it made all the online stuff make way more sense, because I think I did all the online stuff, but I still didn't feel really confident that like, yeah, I'm going to be able to go away and do this and be a personal trainer. And having done this now, and all the feedback that we get, and we go over it so many times, so it's not just like ticking the boxes, it's really just like, okay, we don't tick the box until it's perfect, which is exactly what I want, because I want to go away and feel like, yeah, I really have the confidence in myself. I can take on new clients now. And I think just with the online stuff, I wasn't confident to do that. But now, yeah, I really feel ready to, I'm like excited to go back to Berlin and start now. I think when I've done courses, I did my gym instructor with YMCA, and I kind of, it was like a really mixed group of people, and I felt like this feels a bit like everybody was passing, and not that I was like passing judgment on other people, but I kind of felt like I'm not really sure that everybody is ready. And then if that made me less confident in myself, because it's like, okay, we're just being passed, but I don't actually know if we're good enough or not if you're just passing everybody. And so this was more like, okay, if I'm being passed, I have the confidence that that's for a reason, not just because we pass everybody and like it's easy. Skills that I've learned, I think number one, way more self-confidence, because I had ideas of where I wanted to take all of this information, but I didn't really think I could take a single person and be like, I can take you on this journey and get you somewhere. And now I really feel like I have the resources and the knowledge and the confidence to walk somebody through a program and know that I can push them and challenge them and actually get them somewhere else in life. And yeah, I think definitely just confidence is the biggest thing. With group instructor, you're like creating entertainment for an hour almost. And so yeah, to get somebody from point A to point B, this is like a whole other ball game, and I feel way more confident that I can do that now. I think the delivery's been good with Mike going through everything. I think if there's too much like theory and going over and over and over it, then you kind of start switching off a little bit. So I think it's good that we're immediately getting straight into it and practicing. And yeah, I think that's where the confidence is going to come from, is doing it over and over and over again, not just like listening and being like, okay, I understand. Or at least for me, like doing it, I learn way quicker actually doing something than just listening. In my group classes, a lot of customers are asking me if I can offer personal training to them, and I'm always have felt not confident enough, or like I don't have the knowledge or know what I'm doing, even though they somehow think that I'm capable. So I've always said no, or referred them to one of the other coaches. And now I would be ready to, I think there's a few people kind of been waiting for me to finish this course and waiting for me to come back. So I definitely feel ready to like hit the ground running when I get back. I'm excited for next week to start planning and plotting and thinking about, okay, where am I going to start? And I can finally start owning it a little bit more and saying yes to people when they ask me. The course has like far exceeded my expectations. I've done other courses in the past that were not as thorough as this. This was like, I think, even though we were repeating stuff a lot, like this is what I really liked, is like to take the time to make sure that something is perfect, and not rush through everything. It was tough. It really pushed me to my limits. Sometimes there were times where I really just wanted to walk out and be like, oh my God, this is too much, but I'm so glad I pushed through it. And the amount of information, the amount of support, the resources, everything's been like far beyond what I expected to get out of it. I think, yeah, it's covered all the bases. Yeah, I'm glad I've done it. The investment was great. I wouldn't take it back. I would do it all over again. And I'm glad I went for the extra days as well, just so I think get it all done in one go. And yeah, all the extra bits are good to take away. When I get back to Berlin, I will keep going ahead with my group classes, but now hopefully I'll be able to transition a little bit, start taking on clients one-to-one as well. And maybe slowly I can move towards like half and half group classes, half PT as well.